don't know if it will be exactly the same fate. Obviously, Governor Cuomo has an awful lot going on.
Right, and by fate, I should mean, be under investigation, a federal investigation. The Attorney General of New York looking at Cuomo for this.
And that's appropriate, because really many of us never understood at the time why you would take people that are already debilitated, who are already somewhat sick, who already have problems, mix them with other people who are very weak and aren't doing well. I mean, you know that you're going to have issues if you do that. Even then, we knew that much about COVID, and we know that much about diseases in general, and we know that much about the aging process. So it always seemed like a bad idea, and it's strange how it happened. And people were very uncomfortable with it. And we saw that in the beginning, the huge number of deaths that we had in New Jersey, the majority of them were from that very situation. A lot of people died because of what the governor did. And I think, when it comes to human life, it deserves a thorough investigation. It deserves, due diligence to find out why it was done, how it was done, what the reasonings were. And I think that is going to happen. I would hope it would. A lot of people have asked, how come only Cuomo? Because we did the exact same thing here in New Jersey.
Well, again, we had the allegations of the cover-up, too, with Andrew Cuomo that makes that even worse. And, the problem is that it didn't really seem like he was in any trouble until these sexual harassment allegations came up as well. You would think the one scandal would be enough. Apparently it's not. And, again, we don't want to belittle the accusers here, but thousands of lives were on the line when it comes to these COVID nursing home deaths. Now, let's also talk about Joe Biden's Help Is Here tour. I see Ronald Reagan there behind you. That was kind of his famous line, the 9 most scary words in the English language is, I'm from the government, I'm here to help. But President Biden's trying to sell this $2 trillion COVID plan. I call it a spending bill. He likes to call it a recovery or relief plan here. But number one, there's still a lot of money that Democrats haven't spent from the last COVID relief bill here. And now he wants to raise taxes to help pay for this. Congressman, one of the reasons I think you changed to being a Democrat is because you know how this works. You can't keep taxing your way out of these problems.
So the worst thing that you can do in government is spend tons of money, and then because you do, then increase taxes a lot. And when you do that, the government begins to take so much of the dollars that are in the public and private sector, and then the next thing you know, you have economic problems. This is everything, again, that had changed over the last number of years. Our economy improved. We were getting stronger. Our military was stronger. We were developing supply chain of our own. We were developing, we were number one in energy production in the world. Those are all the things that we want to keep. We want those things to, be obviously part of the economy of the United States of America. And now what we're doing, so we spent a huge amount of money supposedly for COVID, even though only 9% of it goes to COVID. And yet we've spent money that is literally, we're going to be giving $1,400 to federal prisoners. We're going to be giving.
It's crazy the stuff that's in here. The thing, too, about the COVID relief bill, only 1% is going to the vaccinations. And we know that's possible because of all the groundwork that was laid out by the Trump administration. It is really amazing to try and watch the Biden administration spin this around with Operation Warp Speed and so many other things. And, when it comes to those tax increases, Casey Mulligan, a professor of economics at the University of Chicago and a former Trump White House economist, wrote this for The Hill. Quote, the ultimate effect of Biden's campaign promised tax increases would be real wages and real incomes that are 3 to 4% lower across the board. And we can't have that, especially when you have liberal economists like Larry Summers saying this is going to lead to more inflation, perhaps.